Hi, it's Rich Tehrani here. We're at CTIA 2010 in Las Vegas. Thanks for watching. Today on our program, we've got David Smith, who is the Senior VP of Telecoms in the Silicon Valley office of Enterprise Ireland. David, how are you?
I'm great, Rich. Thank you. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Tell me a little bit about Enterprise Ireland.
We're a state agency, a part of the Irish government. We're a branch of the Department of Commerce. About 800 people in Ireland. We're the VC arm of the Irish government. So we're investing about 71 new equity investments every year in Irish startups. And then overseas, they've got 160 people just like me, well, maybe not as good looking as me, all around Ireland, and we're all around the world working with Irish companies, helping them do business development and help to expand their growth internationally.
So I know Ireland has always been on the leading edge of business development. Another part of our business happens to be the contact center space.
Sure.
And back in 1990, 1989, one of the things that I guess it was probably a sister company, was Invest in Ireland, IDA Development.
IDA
possibly.
Ireland, that's
they
our sister
actually
agency.
Invited me to come to Ireland to write an article just about how they were doing things within Ireland to build up momentum for new businesses to come in, and they guaranteed to have no corporate income tax until the year 2000. They touted the workforce, which was very friendly, low cost, multilingual, and that really allowed for years of growth.
A lot of those things are still in place. The tax rate, unfortunately, has risen to 12.5% corporate tax rate. But all of those things brought in great companies such as Bell Labs, such as Intel, such as Apple, and all those.
Dell, I think, was there too.
Dell and Ericsson. And all those guys actually spawned off. A whole load of people went to work for those, said, these are great companies, but I want to do my own thing as well. So we had a number of people come out, start up their own businesses, and a number of people return from overseas, setting up their own business. And working with Ireland is great because what we have termed now best connected. You can be best connected to the Irish entrepreneurs, to the multinational companies that are in Ireland, and the research institutions in Ireland. And it's a small country. So you can actually get a whole ecosystem around a certain technology, be it cloud, machine to machine, intelligent devices, and you have all the multinational companies working there bringing all their expertise. You have all the Irish entrepreneurs bringing their expertise. You have the Irish government inputting money and help and assistance, and then you have the universities all picking that up and working together to develop new products and new companies, and then also developing new products for the multinationals. It's a great converged economy.
And so what are some of the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis?
So some of the work that we're doing in Ireland is supporting these companies and also supporting the universities. And then once their products are ready and developed overseas, you've got people like myself based in Palo Alto and Silicon Valley, helping those companies explore the marketplace, make connections to the marketplace, and accelerating their growth. So the areas that we're seeing a lot of interesting stuff in Ireland is around cloud computing, around connected devices, and around M2M. And in some places, all of those three coming together. So we're seeing really interesting projects in terms of independent living. So where you have M2M work, you have sensors that are communicating wirelessly about people's movements and tracking their movements, making sure everything is well with them. If they get outside certain boundaries, you have all the intelligence in the cloud to say, hey, that person needs something looking after them. So these are projects that are run in coordination with the Irish universities. Intel is heavily involved with some of those projects. Bell Labs are involved with some of those projects. So you're coming out with new Irish companies, but with the backing of those great companies, and then really in-depth research and R&D in the universities, all coming out with projects that you and I will be using, well, hopefully later, much later in our lives in terms of, but projects that are currently now. We have a stand here in CTIA. We got about 28 Irish companies at the show, showing off world-winning innovation and technology.
I think 4 of them have been in this chair just today.
That's right. I think
other
they have.
Than you,
At
least 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one just before us is you get a bag, which is a great product, inbuilt into your mobile device, your phone or your laptop. If you lose your phone or your laptop, it knows where it is.
Sure.
It tells you where it is, and it shuts it off. It backs up all the data, and it locks out the other person from using it. So, and they've done random tests, and they found that 7 out of 10 of the devices actually make it back to the end user. Whereas I think if you were to drop your phone now, the chances of you finding it would be absolutely zilch, I suspect.
Sadly, you're probably right.
And we got other great companies on the stand. We got a really, really interesting company called Feedhenry, and they are really at the edge of the cloud and mobile computing. And what they are is, if you can write code for develop a web page, which an awful lot of people can, you can then write an app for a phone that will run on any device and run on any network. It'll also link up to all the social networks, and it'll run on as well on your mobile as on your laptop. And what it is that all the intelligence is stored in the cloud. So you're writing certain little bits for it that are running on the handset, but really all the intelligence is coming off the cloud. That's a perfect example of the cloud meeting mobile. And the operators, you just met 2 or 3 of the tier 1 operators here today. They're really excited by this because it gives power back to the operator in terms of we can own the apps, we can own the app stores, we can help the customer develop platforms without learning new languages. If they can do a HTML code, you can actually get an app up and running.
So the goal of what you're doing is basically to grow the economy of Ireland.
Absolutely.
Through not only low tax rates, which have been proven time and time again to increase the number of companies that want to incorporate there, but also assisting them with the finances to make it more cost effective for them to generate revenue. So they hire more people and reduce unemployment.
That's exactly where we're at. We're an early stage VC for the Irish government. We invest in 71 new equity investments every year, and we help those companies grow and grow and grow. So
how can we get you to come and advise the US government?
I don't think you need any advice at all. I think Obama is such a powerhouse. I think he's doing such a great job. And I think if we had a few more of him around the world, I think then we'd be in a better place. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being on the program today.
It's been a great pleasure meeting you. Thank you indeed.
Yeah, likewise.